Mm. I feel like I'm in water
Mm-hmm.
up to my calves. It's a misty.
Mm-hmm.
All around is mist. Really peaceful. The water's got ripples, blue, purple, golden ripples in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see beyond the mist. It's all around.
Yes. Tell me more about yourself in this place. You look down at your feet. What is on your feet?
I feel really tall.
Mm-hmm.
My legs look like a purpley violet color.
Beautiful.
Violet, kind of glowing.
Mhm. Do you sense that you have skin, or is it some other?
I have
Is it a purpose?
skin, but I don't feel male or female.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm wearing anything or have anything, holding anything.
Mm-hmm. Are you wearing any jewelry or wearing anything on your head?
I feel like I have some sort of crystals around my neck, my head, like
Yeah.
accessories of some kind,
Mm-hmm. And using all your knowing, what are these crystals for?
connecting with connecting with things
Mm-hmm.
and other people like me, other beings.
Yeah. Tell me how that works. How does the crystals help you to connect with other beings and things around you?
I can just tune in to, I guess they're all different colors and they all do different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So I can sense another figure through the mist
Beautiful.
coming through.
Mm-hmm.
It
Is
looks
that?
just like me.
Tell me what your face looks like and what your hair looks like.
There is no hair, just very long nose,
Mm-hmm.
big eyes, small mouth, and just a bald head, like quite prominent cheekbones,
Mm-hmm.
sharp, sharp bones, um, small mouth, very long neck, long body, very thin.
Beautiful. And as this being comes through the mist, do you get a sense where you're at? What realm are you in?
This feels like a meeting space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sense that it's real, a real physical place. It's like a meeting, and then they've come to collect me to take me wherever I want to go to.
Mm-hmm. What
I
is the?
guess for the purposes of this session, we can go wherever we want.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What is the purpose of the water in this meeting place? What is the purpose of the water?
It just comes up to my calves, kind of mid mouth area, and it feels like a way to connect, a way to tune in.
Beautiful. And this other being, the eyes are the windows to the soul. As you look into this other being's eyes, do you recognize this person in the lifetime, in this lifetime?
No, but I know this is either an old friend or family.
Mhm.
I know.
Does this
Beautiful
being,
eyes.
yes, does this being give you any messages or telling you anything?
Have to speak, it just uses his mind
Mhm.
and wants to take my hand and lead me somewhere.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and take his hand and let's let that being lead you to where you need to go today, to a place you need to see today. Tell me what happens next after you take his hand and the being leads you.
We're walking through the mist
Hmm.
into another space. And in front of us, it's like a huge computer screen.
Hmm.
I don't know where I want to be, but we can just go wherever we want. And now my mind's confused because I feel like I have all these options of where I could go to, but I don't know where. I don't know
Beautiful.
where to choose.
And on this computer screen has all the options of the places that you can go to.
It's like they all have pictures, and the pictures are buttons, and you can just press one.
Hmm.
I have really long fingers.
Hmm.
I can
Beautiful.
just press a button, but I don't know. There's too much choice.
We're just going to use our internal guidance, and whichever button comes out as that we need to see today, we're going to push that button, that choice, the one that calls to us and draws us to it.
There's one that's glowing purple, like the color of my skin.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to press that one.
Beautiful. And tell me more what happens as you press that button.
Now I'm in this place full of purple crystals,
Hmm.
really tall purple crystals. The earth is kind of pinky, purpley color too.
Hmm.
I get the sense that this is where I'm from because all the colors
Hmm.
are the same.
Yes. And using all of our knowing, where is this place that you feel like you're from? What's the name of this place?
I don't know. It's far, far away.
Hmm.
It has just letters and numbers attached to it,
Hmm. Beautiful.
like NX 46 something something. It goes on.
Hmm. And do you get a sense that this is where this being, this view, purple being is from?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Tell me more about this place, the pink and purple. What does this place look like?
It's very peaceful, very quiet.
Hmm.
I can put my forehead against the crystals, the big ones, and see um, visuals of things through my third eye, like a TV screen in my head.
Yes, beautiful. And what are the crystals showing you?
The one I'm looking in looks like it's like a swimming pool
Hmm.
with human beings. So strange. Like I don't know why it would show that because I don't recall choosing to see that. I just put my head against it and that's what I could see.
Hmm.
Very small, like a little swimming pool in someone's garden.
Hmm.
Some kids, a parasol, umbrella. It's warm and sunny.
Hmm.
I don't know why I would see that. Strange.
And using all your knowing, we can get a sense of why we are seeing it. And do you recognize this place with this small swimming pool?
Get the sense that it's just fun for me to watch
Hmm.
and see what's happening. I think it's just different from here, so it's fun to see
Hmm.
the what the humans are up to.
Yes. And do you get a sense of who is in this swimming pool, in this garden, in this backyard with the umbrella and parasol?
No, it's quite random.
Hmm.
It's somewhere hot and sunny. I couldn't say if it
Hmm.
where it was. It's like a dad and a couple of kids. Perfect kind of summer's day.
Hmm.
And I'm almost wishing that I could just be there jumping in the swimming pool.
Hmm. Do you get a sense of what you do with these crystals in this place, observing what's going on Earth?
For me, I think it's just fun because I don't feel very old. So
Hmm.
I don't have to do anything serious or
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to do any work.
Hmm.
There's others that do all that.
Yes. Is there any other messages we need to get from this crystal about this place that you're observing?
No, it's just so beautiful and happy.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Lots of laughing and things.
Do you get a sense of why you're seeing this in the crystal?
No, other than I'm just curious to see
Hmm.
different things.
Yes. Go ahead and select another crystal to observe, one that calls to you, one that draws to you.
Well, this one I'm seeing somewhere really cold.
Hmm.
It's snowing, and the people are all wrapped up in um, like suede, big padded suede
Hmm.
jackets and hats. The hats are funny shape, like boats on their head.
Hmm.
Gloves, and I'm excited because each one, it seems, is so different. So I feel like I'm in a sweet shop and I can just run to each one and see something
Mm-hmm.
completely different.
Is
Very
there any,
strange.
is there anything we need to gather from this scene of the snow and the people bundled up and swayed with the funny hats that look like boats?
No, it's just a different way of living.
Mm.
So many different ways of living. They're all earth, though.
Mm-hmm. And do you get
It's,
us continue?
it's just so different to where I am. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting.
Beautiful. And you look in these crystals to pass time and to enjoy and look at different things that are different from you.
Yeah, it's a bit like the internet.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other crystals that are calling to you to look into?
Yeah, there's one that's sort of more red in color.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you see when you look into that crystal, into that red crystal.
I see some sort of war scene,
Mm-hmm.
city just being bombed.
Yes.
It's quite dark. See a child on a bed,
Mm-hmm.
like bandages and blood on their leg.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I don't particularly like looking in that crystal, so
Mm-hmm. And what is the reason that we need to see that today? What realm are we looking at when we look into that red crystal with the child on the bed?
this is all earth.
Mm-hmm.
They all take me to places on earth, all different ways people are living.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which one takes me to which place, or if it's just what I would need to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do you get a sense that the other beings that were with you in this realm, what do they do? Since you don't have to do anything with these crystals, what do they do? What is their job, mission?
It's so strange because I can't see anyone else apart from this other one that's with me, like my
Mm-hmm.
um, family member or some sort of guide that's taken me through these crystals. So I don't know where the others are.
Mm-hmm.
Because where I am, it's like all crystals with pathways
Yes.
through them.
And we can go ahead and ask the guide that's with you why we need to see these different scenes today. What do we need to learn from this? We can
Just
ask
as
them.
it's all learning.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it says, is it's all learning.
Do you get a sense that you live there in this place?
I think so, but it seems quite boring.
Mm-hmm.
There must be somewhere else where all the others are.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and ask that guide because we can ask him any question. Let's go ahead and ask that guide where the others are.
Underneath and up above.
Hmm.
So there's some that are underneath, under the ground, and there's some that are up above.
Hmm. Where is your family at?
Both.
Hmm.
I feel like I want to go underneath first.
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's go underneath. Tell me what you see, sense, or experience.
It's like a lift, an elevator
Hmm.
that goes down quite far.
Yes.
It's very different down here. It's really bright because up above was quite dark.
Hmm.
With all these crystals above, it was dark. But down here, it's like white crystals down here, and everything's made of white crystals.
Hmm.
And
Do you
we're
get
going down lots of levels, and I can get glimpses of the levels as we pass them because the lift that we're in is all see through.
Hmm.
And we're stopping.
Yes.
It's very bright. It's
And is
just
it?
one big open space
Yes.
with people on computers.
Hmm.
This is where they're working on this level.
Hmm.
I see hologram people like me.
Hmm.
And this one says, welcome.
Beautiful. And
And
the
I
eye.
think you can ask this hologram thing like me what I need, who I need to see,
Hmm.
and it will tell me.
Go ahead and ask.
Just have to go over here to the right hand side at the back.
Hmm.
I asked where my family was, if I had family here. So I have to go in that direction.
Hmm.
The guide that I had taken me through the crystals isn't with me anymore,
Yes.
by myself. There's some like rooms along the wall here
Hmm.
are like soundproofed, really strange doors. They're doors, but they're not doors. Strange.
Tell me more about that. Are the doors see-through?
They're see-through, but they're kind of glitchy.
Hmm.
I don't think they're hologram doors because they're soundproof.
Yes.
I don't understand. And there's someone that I know in one of these rooms
Hmm.
at the end.
Yes. Let's go ahead and go to that door. And go through that door. And tell me what you sense, see, or experience.
I kind of swipe the door,
Yes.
like you'd swipe something off your phone.
Mm.
That's what it feels like I'm doing.
Hmm. And this opens the door.
I feel like such a little kid. I'm really happy because there's like my parents in this room.
Mm-hmm.
and some other people. And they're kind of excited to see me, but at the same time, I'm interrupting something.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of half pleased and half slightly annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly annoyed that I've interrupted.
Yes. Tell me more about what they're meeting about.
There's some diagrams in front of them, like shapes within shapes. There's a triangle and a kind of diamond shape under the triangle. And there's some lines drawn through and some numbers written on where the lines go through.
Yes.
Something to do with time and space, but I don't understand.
We can ask your family there what this means.
It's their concept on time and space.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I get the impression it's like a basic law in a mathematical format,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like anything I've seen before.
Yes. And let's ask them any question we want on that time and space
What shall I ask them?
and how that works. Ask them how that works and can we affect the past in the now?
So, what they're saying is, I don't think this makes sense in my human head,
Mm-hmm.
that time and space doesn't exist. The
Yeah.
concept of time and space doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
This is some sort of different theory about, I'm calling it time and space, but I don't think that's what it should be called, because they're saying time and space doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. And is there any way that they can explain how it works and whether we can affect the past in the now since time and space doesn't exist?
They're drawing me because I feel like a child there. They're just kind of drawing me like a river. So they're
Mm-hmm.
drawing a river and streams,
Mm-hmm.
um, streams that go in the river and then come out of the river, and then there's other streams that go in the river and come out. It's like um, if you saw, I'm trying to think of something like, say, the Amazon or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you have all these different streams coming in and out.
Yes.
So you can go into one and come out and go into another, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can come back into the main one and stay on the main one and then come off, and then there's so many options.
Yes.
But that's really simplified.
Mm-hmm.
So you're constantly flowing in and out of different ones, and they look similar and they feel similar, but they're different.
Yes. And with this new concept of time and space, are we able to affect the past when we're working with people in sessions by changing it? Does that change the flow?
I don't know if it changes the flow or just helps that person move to a different timeline.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I think you just move into a different one and it looks and feels the same, but it's um, the differences can be really subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I also get that I'm seeing like a bike with training wheels, stabilizers on,
Mm-hmm.
like a child's bike with the extra wheels.
Yes.
I feel like we have stabilizers on us
Mm-hmm.
here now, because if we didn't have the stabilizers and people didn't learn how to move, or they didn't know how it worked correctly, then it would just be dangerous. But I think at some point the stabilizers come off.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like, because she's noticed before things go missing, like
Mm-hmm.
there's the socks that always go missing. Her kids' school jumpers went missing, and then weeks later they came back where they were, and there's all these small things.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sign of the moving in and out and then coming back again.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine those things were much bigger.
Yes. So as those little changes are training.
That's the training.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And when everybody begins to become more aware of how we can manipulate the time, um, you'll see bigger, you'll notice bigger changes.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And what's the reason? What do you feel the reason that your family and friends are discussing this in this room?
I guess it's just something to do with their job.
Mm-hmm. We can ask them any question we like. What is their job? What do they do?
They're teachers and guides
Mm-hmm.
for humans.
Yes.
Somehow this information gets trickled down in, almost like implanted in people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
So this idea, this concept that they have in front of them, this has been, this drawing has been projected in people's minds already.
Mm-hmm. And tell me how they project that into people's minds.
I'm just seeing like a projection, like
Mhm.
being beamed. I'm not sure if it's directly into certain people's minds, or if it's just the information's kind of beamed down for anyone to pick up.
Mhm.
But it's just this picture I'm seeing. But maybe there's other pictures too. There is other pictures. There's like a booklet.
Mhm.
I see it like a graph, frequency waves or something.
Beautiful. And how do they choose who sees this picture image that's projected down to earth?
I don't know if they pick and choose certain people or if it's just put down into some kind of awareness for people to pick up on.
Mhm.
This happens with lots of ideas, new ideas.
Yes.
Doesn't always come from us. It's just hearing the word projection, but I don't know
Mhm.
what that means.
Yes. And since they are guides for the humans, what is the interest in the humans? Why is what happens on earth so important?
They're so peaceful here, and but there's so much like data collecting all over. There's so much data collecting of what I see from all over
Mhm.
different places about Earth, and they
Yes.
all get together and they swap data, and it definitely all goes back to that mothership that I keep seeing.
Mhm.
There's so much data being collected
Mhm.
because it's really interesting. People are interested in what happens, and even though they can't be interfered with, they can still drop clues
Mhm.
and hints. But it's just like a buzz of what's happening here is just interesting to lots of beings that aren't from here.
Mhm.
And my family's job, I think, is to project down some of these thoughts about time and space.
Yes. And when that information is projected down and certain people pick up on that information, how does that benefit Earth? How does that benefit us?
It would spread all over the internet.
Mhm.
So someone's theory on on time and space, can be seen by millions and millions of people that are interested in that concept. And then they start developing their ideas. And it just gives a clearer understanding of how to move forward instead of being held back.
Yes.
Because the information we have on time and space is quite corrupted.
Mhm. And since this place is so far away from the Earth plane, do these guides, your family, ever come in the physical to assist?
No, but they can watch.
Mhm.
They have access to our internet and things. I get the
Yes.
impression they don't need that because they have these crystals. They can just um, Just hold them on their head, and it's like you can see through
Mm-hmm.
your mind. The ones you see through your mind, they're all purple.
Mm-hmm.
Different colors have different things, but the purple ones show you what's going on.
Yes. Beautiful. Is there any other messages or anything that we need to gather from this place?
I don't think so.
Is there any messages that the family need to deliver to you today?
No, they're kind of showing me off.
Mm,
Like I've
beautiful.
bothered them enough.
Hmm. Let's go ahead and thank them for their time. Thank them for spending the time and explaining that concept to you. Thank them so much for that. And let's close that scene down. Let's close that scene down. In a moment, as I count from 3 to 1, we're going to drift and float through time and space to the next important scene we need to see today. 3, drifting and floating through time and space to the next important scene we need to see today. 2, almost there. 1, be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, feel, or experience.
Now I feel like I'm on a ship again,
Mm.
like a
Tell me.
small, it's sort of dark on top and light at the bottom.
Mhm.
I think this is where I sleep.
Yes.
I have like a cot. I don't think I have to sleep very long. It doesn't look very comfortable.
Mhm.
A green blanket,
Mhm.
not very thick because it's very warm on here.
Mhm.
I have some crystals by my bed.
Mhm.
Big, it's
What?
big.
Yeah. What color are those crystals?
Green,
Mhm.
purple. My ears are ringing.
Mhm. Do you get a sense of what these crystals are used for?
The green ones seem quite important.
Mhm.
It's like an emerald green.
Mhm.
You give out already beautiful frequency.
Mhm.
Although my ears now are quite sore from them.
And that ear is ringing. Is this from the crystals?
Yeah, the green ones.
Mhm. Let's go ahead and we can tune that frequency so it doesn't hurt as bad or doesn't as isn't as loud, painful. Tune that frequency down. What is the reason that the green one has a higher frequency?
Um, Very healing. It's very peaceful.
Mhm.
Just looks like emerald. Like the Wizard of Oz and the Emerald City. It's that kind of
Mhm.
bright emerald green. It's quite important that it just brings a nice balance to place.
Mhm.
I get that it's very healing.
Yes.
If I have it by my bed, it works on my body while I take a rest.
Mm. How long do you have to be there in that frequency of the green crystal?
Not very long, because I don't feel like I sleep long.
Hmm.
I'm not even sure I sleep. I feel like I just rest for a few hours at the most. So
Hmm. Tell me more about yourself on this ship. What do you look like?
I'm the same. I'm
Mm.
the same body.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm just really annoying, like a
Tell,
really excitable child.
tell me more about that same body, that same purple violet body that you had, that tall being, or this body.
I'm very tall, but I'm still young.
Hmm.
I like skip around here. Um, and I have my own room with one of these doors, strange doors again. And I get the feeling that we just hover above the crystal place we were.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know why we don't like build houses on this crystal, purple crystal place. I feel like people work in it, and but to sleep, we sleep like we hover above, and I'm not sure why. It seems like a strange place.
Using all our knowing, we can find out why it is that we sleep above the crystals, that crystal place or planet or realm. Why is it you sleep above in a small ship?
I just get the feeling it's a very special place. So you can't um, take anything away from the surface, because it's all it's all crystal.
Hmm.
I don't know why we don't have like houses in, like that would be better.
Hmm.
I get the sense that we do move around a bit to other places.
Yes. Do you get a sense that this is just a stop,
No,
or is
because
this home?
I feel like the work here is constant. The people that work here, that's kind of a permanent base, because there's just something special about the crystals here.
Hmm. Do you get a sense that anybody else is on that ship with you at this time?
Mm, almost like there is someone else, but it's almost like a babysitter.
Mm.
There's someone here. I guess almost trying to teach the children, but oh my gosh, it's like I have so much energy that I can't sit.
Beautiful. Do you get a sense of why you're seeing this scene today? Why is it that you need to see this scene?
I don't know. I just feel excited.
Hmm. Let's explore that excitement. What are you so excited about?
I don't know. It's like everything here. It's like being in a sweet shop.
Hmm.
Like I haven't seen it before.
Yes.
Like, I want to put my face on all of the crystals and see all the different things, and then I want to go back down to the office, the where everyone worked, because that just looked cool. And then I want to be touching things in this place where I'm living and my bed is, and I can't sit still.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a sense of excitement being here.
Yeah. Is there anything that the babysitter that is watching over the children has to tell you in this scene?
They're just saying, I know it's exciting, but you need to calm down.
Mm-hmm. Do you get the sense that you just arrived here and this is all new?
I get the sense that something's happening and I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, that feeling before you go on holiday,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of feeling where you're excited to be. I guess maybe we're going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. And using all your knowing, where is it that you're going to?
Going with my parents to take some information somewhere.
Mm-hmm. What information are you taking?
Taking the data they've collected.
Mm-hmm. And tell me where it is they're taking the data to.
I have to kind of go to a meeting or a conference to update other beings on the projections they sent down to Earth.
Mm-hmm. And where is this conference meeting held at?
In a bigger ship.
Mm-hmm. Where is that ship located at?
I'm not sure, but it's definitely quite far for us to travel to. Like, not far in terms of time, but far in terms of
Mm-hmm.
distance.
Yes.
And I think some of the reason isn't just the data it's catching, it's just being around other beings too,
Mm-hmm.
because they could easily send it in other ways.
Yes. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's collapse time and space and let's go on that trip with our family to that meeting place where you need to meet to share information. Let's be there now. Tell me what you see, sense, or experience.
This place or this ship
Mm-hmm.
is very big, but it's very odd looking.
Mm-hmm.
It's very long and a rectangular shape. It's
Yes.
very squared at the edges. It's very strange, very dark,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to go on there. It's quite disappointing because as a child, it's like really, it's quite dull,
Mm-hmm.
stuffy, not fun thought it was going to be more fun. Everyone's taking everything very seriously.
Yes.
And all my excitement's just gone.
Mm. And as you look at your surroundings and the ship, where this ship is at, what do you notice?
I notice beings with really, really tall heads.
Mm-hmm.
Really tall foreheads. They don't have any hair.
Mm-hmm.
They're very pale. And they're very serious.
Yes.
And they've taken us to this room and they're exchanging notes. And I'm just kind of sitting there really deflated. I've gone from being really excitable to really disappointed.
Mm.
Really, really boring.
And tell me what happens next when you go to this room, this meeting.
I try and sneak off, but I keep being called back. I'm not allowed to wander off by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll just have to sit here and listen.
Mm-hmm. And what are they saying?
It was good. The information that was sent was good
Mm-hmm.
and it's been successful.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had good reports from others who have sent information that's also been successful. Um, and this should get things moving.
Mm-hmm. And what are they talking about? Getting things moving? What are they getting moving?
Just get things moving
Mm-hmm.
on Earth. It feels like we've been stuck in like an engine, and it just gets stuck and jammed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like revving the engine again
Yes.
with new ideas and new thoughts,
Beautiful. And how does this information help the earth?
because it's been stuck in one place for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just get 1,000 years, stuck,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it needs to get moving again, or everything just gets stale. Everything begins to rot.
Mm-hmm. And what happens as the engine begins to move again? It starts revving up.
It just splutters, and then it just sounds really happy, and then there's lots of activity again.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people having lots of people's brains just pinging all these new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Things just get moving again
Mm-hmm.
in a good way.
Yes. And what is it that they're moving towards?
New ways of doing things. Like everyone's so tired of the old.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants something new. So they'll get that. They'll get new things.
Mm-hmm.
I get the impression it's all here already. People just need to find it and then share it, and definitely the seeds have been planted,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do it in stages because you can't just do everything at once. That would be
Yes.
too much.
Tell me what happens next. What happens after this meeting where they share the information?
They go to a room and have, looks like tea,
Hmm.
cups of tea. These beings with the tall heads are incredible because looking at them more closely, they have this really ornate jewelry around their neck,
Hmm.
gold, like gold jewelry, and their skin kind of sparkles, and they have very elaborate, it's like linen or cloth, and all this embroidery in it, like someone spent a long time making what they're wearing.
Yes.
And they just seem very peaceful,
Hmm. Do you get it?
beautiful looking.
Yes. And do you get a sense of what you call these beings?
No, but they look very familiar.
Hmm. Do you get a sense? Do you get a sense of where this rectangular, dark-looking ship is located at in the?
It's very close to Earth. I want to say like Jupiter or Neptune or something, but I'm really not sure.
Yes. These beautiful beings, these white beings, what is their purpose?
They're overseeing. So when we leave, someone else is going to come
Hmm.
and update on and meet about something else. And then like these, they have these continuous meetings.
And is there any other questions that you would like to ask these beings before we leave this scene?
I kind of want to know who they are.
Hmm. Let's go ahead and ask and see what they say.
Hmm. I get the words a council of the higher realms.
Hmm. Yes. What
They
else
do
would they
that
say?
thing with their hands like Star Trek when they separate the middle fingers, you know?
Hmm. We can ask them what the purpose of that is.
Sign of peace and love.
Beautiful.